Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently in kind of a weird situation. I didn't realize we had 7,000 alloys. That's actually pretty nice. But we're going to scroll down here. I must have not clicked on that for quite a number of months. But that's okay. We're going to grab ourselves... what do we want here? I mean, energy credits from jobs is kind of the cheapest available. We'll take that for the time being. And then, of course, we finished up flash coolant, so that's absolutely fine. We will continue to reinforce our ships. We only need 40,000 more alloys there, so that's great. Next up, let's look through our planets here. We've got this Forge world. We're just waiting on migrations. Nothing too major there. And we've got this factory world where we're waiting on demotions. So that will be absolutely fine for the moment. No problem right now. And we are, of course, going to be bringing our primary fleet down this direction into the Meganid Vestige. That is our current goal, and we're going to head on over. Okay, let's bump that up to fastest speed. Perfect. And there's a lot of movement going on in this particular system. Like, a whole lot. That's for sure. But we're going to head on over. The Kenid are basically knocked out of the war at this time. Let's check in over here on the archives. So 2506 there. We're still invading the Eru capital, Font of Knowledge. So that'll be done shortly. Yeah, that's going to be done very shortly here. Not too much to be concerned about there. And then we're going to see about invading the other location. Cool. So their final frontline unit is gone. They only have their disengaged backline units at this point, and that's fantastic. No problem whatsoever there. This is about to fall. It fell. Cool. So, of course, Font of Knowledge goes to the Vor, and we're not particularly happy about that. But we're going to head on down over here, and we're going to enter orbit over the archives. I'm not sure that we're going to attack the archives just yet. It's a little close at this point, but that'll be okay. So we're attacking over here at this point.
Enemy station.
And things are definitely slowing down. This is late game Stellaris for you. Cool. So this station is going to be no problem whatsoever for us, obviously. We're going to head over to Siluria.
Spaceport under attack.
Where? Not here. Not here. Not here. They're talking over here? Oh, in Hell's Maw. Honestly, I think the coalition fleets there should hold that. So that'll be great.
Spaceport
They
lost.
should be... Actually, one of those fleets went through the L-Gate. So we should actually pop this fleet over to Hell's Maw. There we go. So we'll get that going, and we will continue to reinforce our fleets. For the moment, this is fine. So we're going to continue to head into Siluria. And we're going to have this all wrapped up quite soon. How's this bombardment going? It's going okay. Down to 2433. 3.2k? Sure. So I do want to hit Hell's Maw here. The Calictora fleet is likely to win that until we arrive from Terminal Egress, which will be in just 5 days. So that'll be great. We arrive now, and the Calictora fleet will be destroyed. We'll probably take a few losses here and there, but no real problem overall. Beautiful. So we clean that up, and we managed to hold Hell's Maw. The next question is, do these guys from the Kennet Fanatics come in and attack us? They have a Titan here. But I don't think they do. For the moment, we're going to head back to Terminal Egress, and continue to reinforce our fleets. We need 37,000 more alloys at this point to get our fleets fully reinforced. So that's absolutely great. So we're pushing down over towards Canopus here, with our primary goal being Forstro. We shouldn't have any real problems taking that over. Yeah, 44.1k. That's not particularly frightening. So that's good. Any more work that we need to do on our planets here? That's a negative for the moment. Okay, sounds good. We are about to run out of minerals, and we should definitely buy in a few more. What is the price on alloys right now? Actually, they're super cheap. Cool. We're definitely going to buy in a bunch of alloys at these prices. Okay, now they're super expensive. And that's okay. We got ourselves 14,000 alloys. Beautiful. That's almost half of what we needed. So we're going to get that going. That is a huge alloy influx for us. So we're going to get a lot of ship production done here. That's great. We're continuing to head down to attack the Meganid Vestige. And how are we going with the Eru here? There's no invasion that has happened here yet. We are at 100% devastation. And this is just continuing to slowly tick on down. They have this Aegis complex, which is going to be a little tough. Hello, console. But that's all going to be reasonably fine. Just wondering, yeah, that third fleet is basically... It is at full strength. Cool. That's very good to know. We will continue to reinforce our fleets. But we need to hit the Meganid Vestige. They're the only ones who are really in the war, other than these guys over here. Which we're not too concerned about, to be sure. There is this fleet over here, which we're slightly concerned about, I suppose. Okay, is the fourth fleet being repaired? It should be. Yes. Fantastic. Cool. So that is all absolutely great. Have they started an invasion here yet? They have not. Well, it's slowly ticking down, but I think it's at the point right now where Skeg, son of Vol, can probably win this if we were to land. So let's head on in. They do have some assault armies padding their numbers. But let's bring this in. And we'll see if our allies join us. But we should definitely win that. Cool. So that is nice and underway. Let's go ahead and reinforce our fleets here. We need under 20,000 alloys now. And we've almost arrived at the Meganid Vestige. Now, how many of our Federation compatriots are following us? I think a decent number. So that's good. We're kind of outrunning them a little bit, but that's not the end of the world. So we're going to head on in here shortly. And the Eru are going to be wiped out here in just a moment. We no longer need to have this fleet here for sure. That can start heading over to fight the Dorbaland fleet over here. Now, I don't know what's going to exactly happen to all of the people that swore fealty to the Eru once we eradicate them. Are they going to exit the war? Are they going to remain? What's going to happen here? I don't know. So we'll see what happens with that. That's going to be very interesting, for sure. So off we go, and this war will be done soon enough. Fantastic. Our invasion here is going to be absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever. These guys are affected by morale. These robots are not. The robots are a little bit more scary, but it's all good. So we're going to be hitting Canopus here momentarily. Man, that's an insane fleet. Okay. I don't know why these guys thought it was a good idea to declare war, to be honest. I really, really don't. Okay. So let's eliminate this. No problem. We're through their shields. Their armor is nearly gone here. But things are definitely a little slow right now. There's no doubt about that. Welcome to late game Stellaris. This is how it works. Okay. So from here, we can push on. And we're going to head to their capital. Now, we did take a few losses there. That's to be expected. And about 2k worth. But we have a lot of things queued up right now. No doubt about that. Cool. So we're not too far off from having that all done. This Forge world needs a job, and to that end, we're still a little bit negative on our consumer goods, so I'm going to build an industrial district that will not help our minerals, but that's okay for the moment. Anything else to be done? No. Not right now. Okay. Let's check in on the Eru. The Eru should be just about eliminated here. Okay, they're starting to put their robots in. We do see that our allies have joined. Cool. So, I mean, our combat width is what it is for the moment, but we have far more reserves. Surprising that they didn't disengage that guy. But, I mean, that's completely random. We don't really have any control over that. So, that is what it is. So we're going to go hit their capital down here. And then we're just going to take out the rest of their stations. All we're trying to do for the moment is eliminate their capability of waging war. We're not really trying to knock them out of this war in full. We're just trying to get them to the state that the Kennet are in, or the Eru, where neither of them are really capable of waging war anymore. They have a fleet or two around, but it doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant, so that's great. Minerals from jobs is really useful right now, no doubt about that. And we're going to grab defense platform damage, not like it's useful right now.
Engaging enemy fleet.
We're going to continue to reinforce our fleets. We need 14,000 more minerals. And are we engaging their fleet up here? No, we need to head to Hadrikas. So we'll be there very shortly. Cool. And this fleet is not going to be a problem for us to deal with in the slightest. So that will be absolutely fine. And we are now hitting their capital. Beautiful. Now this is a very, very powerful station. It has a bunch of defense platforms. We should be able to eliminate those defense platforms fairly easily and make this a lot more palatable. We've taken some hits. There's no doubt about that one. They're able to withstand a perdition beam, which is impressive, no doubt. But they're not going to survive this. All of those defense platforms are gone at this point, and this station isn't very powerful on its own. So this is all absolutely great. We definitely took some losses in those initial salvos, but this is to be expected when we're spearheading. So that's great. We are now needing 24,000 alloys. We definitely took losses there. And from here, I think we should just wait here for a bit and repair. Cool. We're not going to wait for very long. The Eru are going to be out of this very, very shortly. They've only got one more reserve army. Beautiful. That reserve army will be deployed to the front very shortly here as this robot finishes up, or when this defense army disengages, which is what happened. Cool. And now they are below their combat width, which means that we can hit their back line. I would really prefer that we hit their front line, at least these two armies, but that does not appear to be what's happening, which is sad. Unfortunately, we have no control over this. Oh, the general died, and now we have this general. It's less good of a general, but we've already got this battle won, so that's okay. And we're getting a bunch of refugees, which is also good. We're very, very happy about that. We want to put them to work in places like Alphard Prime here. We can definitely put into mining districts. Unfortunately, that's a specialist, and we're going to have to wait for them to demote, but that's okay. On this factory world, we're going to put in an industrial district. It's currently set up as a factory world. I'm going to switch it to an industrial world, and I'm also going to put in a mineral purification hub here. Cool. Okay, so how's our repairs going? I don't know. It's kind of hard to see us. We're pretty close to done. Cool. I think our nanites will probably finish our repairs fairly quickly. So I'm going to head out. We're going to hit this station next. We need to hit all 3 of these stations and then come back and liberate these areas. That'll be fine. We have taken back Hadrikas, and we're now going to go hit Jugrad. Now that's going to be a pretty powerful fleet there. No doubt about that. We will continue to reinforce our fleets, and we do have a Titan here, so we should get repaired by the time we get there. Cool. And this vestige down here, it's not doing so well. This war is not good for it. I don't know why it thought this was a good idea, but it wasn't. It objectively was not. So the Eru are going to be going away momentarily, and we'll see what this does to the war. I'm not actually sure. To be clear, the war in heaven is over. We won it. It's just a matter of time at this point. So they still have these 3 in their front line. We're primarily hitting their back line here, which I don't love. I want to see the morale of these 2 armies dropping. Now, this army's morale is broken, so that's good. This robot army, eliminating the robot army is not a bad thing, since it's not affected by morale damage. I don't want to be hitting this army right now. That's the one thing I don't want. Or these backline armies. These 2 armies are our ideal targets. The robot army is now gone, and we're now hitting the morale of this defense army. That's good.
Technology discovered.
Their backline is nearly cleaned up. And we just got army damage plus 10%. That's pretty decent. Let's go ahead and grab starbase capacity. We are over our starbase cap right now. It's not the worst of ideas. And we are, of course, hitting this starbase. This starbase should not be a particularly large problem. We should be completely fine with that. We're back down under 20k alloys needed to bring our fleets back up to full strength. That will change again. We'll take more losses as we fight over here. Oh, actually, they backed off a bit. Interesting. But the Eru here are basically done. This army here is doing almost no damage now, and they've been disengaged, so they are doing no damage. We just need to clean up their... Actually, they do an 85% reduction when they're disengaged. They do still do some damage. But, that's fine. Cool.
Colony conquered.
So, that is the Eru gone. We might have to take it a day, and let's see what ends up happening here. The war between the Ancients has ended with the destruction of one of the combatants, but not at the hands of their old rival. Whether it was due to the war weakening them or simply due to the strength of the younger races, it was that. The destruction of an elder empire at the hands of their supposed lessers has changed the situation considerably. Now the question remains, will the Kennet fanatics be able to avoid the fate of their ancient foe? Or does this defeat signal the dawn of a new age in the galaxy? It remains to be seen. Okay. So are we at war with these guys still? These are all Kennet fleets here. I think we're not at war with any of these anymore. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these and send them back to Cyban. Cool. And we now have full control over a lot of this stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, this all went to the Vor down here, but this up this way went to us. So that's fine. We did get a decent amount of territory over this way, but we're going to see about doing something differently there. Now, this is at full devastation. This is the archives, and this is going to swap over to the Vor. We're going to lose control of that because the Vor are the ones that control the starbase here. So we don't necessarily care about the archives. We're not going to put any real effort into getting those good to go, but we're going to head over and take Alioth. And we're going to need to, of course, get these guys moved on back to Cyban. And I did see some research somewhere. Ah, down in Hell's Maw here. Oh, the Kennet still control territory over this way. Wait, what? We have a Colossus? Since when? We're going to retreat our Colossus here. The Kennet are attacking Hell's Maw. Can we hold that? Very possibly. We're going to come through there. And we're going to need to make our way back to Cyban. Apparently there's Kennet stuff down over here that we'll deal with. Awkwardness is ensuing there. But sure. So they're 82k strength. But we can pop through here. And we'll pop through very shortly. I think it's going to be like on the month tick that this reverts over. Yeah, there we go. So on the month tick, we lose that. That was expected. Cool. We're going to pop through here in 9 days. Well, we're definitely going to work on getting rid of this little pocket of Kennet fanatics down here. I didn't realize that existed. So we'll deal with that. And yeah, this is a war in heaven here. Cool. So we're going to finish off the Meganid Vestige soon enough. And let's see how this battle ends up going. It's going to be close. But I think that we should pop open our edicts here, just to make sure that we win this with minimal losses. So focusing crystals, volatile reactive armor, volatile ammunition, and exotic gases for shield boost for now. There we go. Great. So we're not going to have any problem dealing with this fleet.
Initiating communications.
An embassy, huh? With the Omniforge? We agree. Cool. Okay, we can turn off our edicts now. We no longer need them. And this fleet's goal is going to be to start pushing through, apparently, what is Kennet territory over here. Fantastic. I'm going to send this science ship over to start researching debris in Hell's Maw. Fantastic. So there's a lot of stuff going on over here. These guys are figuring out what their new status is going to be. Fantastic. Okay, so we are, of course, dealing with the Meganid Vestige. That's not going to be a problem. And these fleets are just on their way back. They should show back up in Cyban very, very shortly. We need about an additional 19,000 alloys here to get our fleet fully rebuilt. But that's expected. And we'll just eliminate this station with no real problem. Beautiful. The question is, do we get this? We do. Perfect. Okay, so from here we can grab Debix. But there isn't really a way that connects us down over here. We may have to jump drive that. We'll see. We'll be arriving back in Cyban very, very shortly indeed. But we're not there quite yet. But it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to finish off this fallen empire. And I think maybe even finish off the war in heaven. We'll see about that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Jensgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.